Hello everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome to another video, another revision compo hype video, this time about the old school graphics competition. Graphics for Commodore 64, for the Atari, for the Amiga, all sorts of different old school platforms. Revision is happening in 2 weeks. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. 2 weeks, April 7th to 10th in Saarbrücken, Germany. I'm way behind on my productions, but at least these videos are getting some traction. So let's go through another one and hope you enjoy the review of the different releases that happened at Revision Demo Party since the very first year, 2011. Let's go through the old school graphics competitions. So old school graphics, as I was mentioning, any graphics for an old school platform, Commodore 64, Amiga, VIC-20, Ataris, NES, Super NES, Master System, Mega Drive, etc, etc. Check out the rules. The main one is that you need to give steps for the production that you are submitting. So make sure you record at least 4 different steps of how you are making your production along to prove that it is in fact a pixel handmade thing and not, using some weird conversion or something like that. A lot of good images coming out, and the quality has been increasing in a lot of these competitions throughout the year. So let's take a look. The first year in 2011, you can see here Piece of Peace by Bracket, Disconnected for the Commodore 64. And dominating the competition, we had Amiga. Awesome image by Darklight here, so much full of detail. School of Old School got second place, with a very cool dithering as well by Slayer of Ghost Town. And you will see Slayer's name coming up a lot of times, especially in this beginning years of Revision. And the winner was a colorful personality, Sir Garbage Truck, here being drawn by Blueberry, and Far was the winner of that first year. Not that many entries, but the quality was pretty decent, mostly on the Amiga side, but the Commodore 64 scene will pick up on its tracks. Worth saying is that originally Revision came as a East Party replacement for Breakpoint, and Breakpoint used to be like the mecca, pun intended, of Amiga demoscene releases. So there's very strong Amiga presence, especially in the beginning years of Revision. There's still this tendency that this was the big Amiga party of the year, and not so much for the Commodore 64 scene. For the Commodore 64 usually was the X Party series that was like the highlight of the Commodore 64 scene. So you see a lot more stronger Amiga presence than the Commodore 64 scene, but you will see a steadily rise of increase of quality, and one good example is already in 2012. You can see here the results for this. Riganismo, like extremely high quality stuff, getting 10th place. Something from Bracket, Deep Love, Pinky Eye for the Atari, The Dark Light of Ghost Town, Slayer of Ghost Town, and I think this was the year that they released that Amiga demo with some steampunk references. Maybe it was the year after, not sure. Hide and Seek, very good quality Commodore 64 by Commodore 64 graphics by Leon. AMN of Resource getting second place, and in first place Eye of the Storm by Veto of Arsenic. Very nice. Like, look at the perspective on that image, really well picked. Let's take a look at this in full screen. Pretty cool. So yeah, you'll see this tendency of the Commodore 64 trying to creep in terms of winning the competition. Commodore 64 is a machine that was very highly represented throughout Europe. A lot of people had that growing up. So a lot more artists are still focused on that platform in particular, and they had a very specific palette. The choice of colors that the Commodore 64 had is very unique, so it gives a very distinct look and feel to the images. Let's take a look at 2013. Vote Don't Drink Too Much. Commodore 64 thing. Bears and Eggs. Unfinished, apparently. Bonsai, this seems to be for the Atari, but it's not named properly. Something by Bitch with some very interesting aliasing as well. DK with some cables. More Amiga stuff by Yok, and you will see Yok being represented quite a few times on the compos as well. Core Blimey by DK and Vito, a lot of detail on this Commodore 64 image as well. Raven of Nuance getting 4th place. 3rd place to Likan of LNX. This very nice I'm gonna say milkshake image. And the man created God in his own image, also very good sci-fi piece by Darklight of Ghost Town, and then the winner also from Ghost Town, When the Thunder Comes. I believe it's an Amiga image. Like, I love the details on the highlights, the sparkle highlights on the thing. Really cool. So this was 2013. Let's take a look at the next year. Also a healthy mix of Commodore and Amiga stuff. Unicorn, Demo Party is in the blue face. Devil or Angel, End of the Day by Likan. Veto also releasing another piece with this weird, well, not weird, top-down perspective. Really cool. Mind the Gap, Lost in the Forest of Owls by Bigfoot and Leon. Like the how's it called? Like the streaks of light. Like it feels almost like it's drawn with the charcoal or something like that, which is really cool to emulate on a digital format. Animal Ryan Part 3 by Maid. Maid has been a powerhouse in the graphics scene of the demo scene for many years, and he started doing some stuff for the Commodore 64 as well. He started out as a pixel artist in the beginning of his career, but then he moved on to more Photoshop stuff, so it's cool to see him go back to the pixel art stuff that made him popular originally. Raven by Nuance getting second place, and then in first, Outland by Jock of Nuance. Oh, very good, like details on the pixel graphics here, the hair, really cool. Very good image by Jock of Dreamweb. So that was revision 2014. Let's take a look at 2015. Once again, a lot of mixture between Commodore 64 and Amiga. Battle by Lona, this looks very good. By Maid, once again. Razor 1911 tribute there. Mind Games by York of Dreamwed. Sushi Girl by Aceman and Darklight. I really like this one. Like, the quality of the dithering is really good. And the details. Really like this image. For me, it was the party favorite. But the winner was this one. The Brightest Comes from the Light. It's a very good piece. By Slayer of Ghost Town again. So you see these Polish people dominating, Amiga Polish scene dominating very strongly. Slayer and York, you can see them repeatedly being on the compo, participating on the competition. 2016, once again, the top two positions, York and Slayer again, and Vito also creeping in. But 7th place, Abyss World for the Game Boy of all platforms. EvilBot reference on the Commodore 64. Good Commodore 64 graphics. Here an Akira tribute as well. Some raccoons by Vito of Oxyron. Atlantis getting 2nd place, and The Dark is Rising by Slayer winning the competition. Very good composition as well. Going for that duality thing. 2017. The Pooh Bus, they had a Pooh Brain had organized a bus coming from the Netherlands to Revision. Yeah, this was the tribute image that they did. On my way, some ponies, not ponies, unicorns. Vic McCracken for the VIC-20. Load. It's not wanting to load, but if I click on it, there we go. VIC-20, Zach McCracken remake. Clearwater by Almighty God. Savior, very good piece by Veto. Lullaby by Off-White, also very good. A lot of details here. Really cool. I think this was the first year that Off-White came to a revision as well, and she participated on the modern graphics as well and got 4th place at the Oldschool Graphics. Greg the Killer Clown by Facet and Magic. Lancourt by Exocet, also another legend on the demo scene. And then Got Nuts by Prowler of Nectarine and Nice Pixel. Look at those dithering details, like all sorts of different techniques happening there to make it like a different synergy sort of thing. Really cool. And Prowler became known for releasing the series of Masters of Pixel Art, I think it's the name of the book series. I think they are up to book number 3, like a hardcover book with all sorts of different images of different pixel artists throughout the world. Very good book. If you like pixel art and you want a good reference book, that's a great thing to get. I think they did a few Kickstarters, but you can also buy them at the website, probably nicepixel.se, like this website that is referenced here. So probably check that out if you're interested. 2018 Party Balloon, a joke production by Feezer and Calmo. Childhood Memories for the VIC-20. The Tree by Node Pond, Just Revision, just a logo. EHA at eWork for the Commodore 64. Be Real for the Amiga, looks like a rendering. Atari ST, painted with Atari ST. Android Runner, 6th place. Then in 5th place, the Goblin's Gambit for the NES. Some CPC for a change at this competition by both Zed and Beb, both of them releasing some very good images for the CPC here, getting 4th and 3rd place. 2nd place for the Amiga, Oh Shit, I Forgot the Dragon by Facet of Lemon, also a legend on the demo scene, it's been active for many years. Really cool image. And then winner, The Flow of Time by Made. And I think they reused this image on their Lemon/Deadliners demo for the Amiga competition. For the Amiga demo competition. So you've probably seen this image twice on the party. Really good image though. Alice in Wonderland reference piece. Moving on to 2019, the last year physically before the pandemic. You can see a lot more submissions to the competitions from the first year. They only had like 7. Robot Distress, really nice piece by Rahul there. The Revision Man. Oh, great piece by Farfar here. Only placed 7th. Wow. This is... Look at the quality on this. Really cool. Like the shadow play. Awesome. Brutal Deluxe by Bev. CPC coming back. Commodore 64. Amiga. Really cool by Exocet. Amiga piece. King for a Day, more Amiga. Really good image. Facet and Magic. I'm guessing Facet did the thing and Magic delivered it. Because I don't think Magic does pixel graphics, but apparently he does. Enter the Abyss by Fade One of Abyss. Really good image as well. Wow. And the Eye by Made of Bomb. Look at this. Oh my fucking god. Like the texture. That's so amazing. That's mind-blowing. So this was 2019, the last year before the pandemic hit us for real. So 2020, we went back to the online mode. Same about number of entries, so not much things changed, but it opened up to remote participation even if you're not at the party place. So you will see a few more submissions from people who usually do not submit to revision. I sent you here by Coyote, Trust Me, by Orebore for the NES. Patron of Crowns by Mikhail and Soya, Sensor Design. From Russia with Love. Playing Old School, really cool CPC images again. Ghost Rider by Elman. A Glimpse of Freedom by Yok of Dreamweb. The Mighty Hunter Origin by Facet. And winner Dorian. She's also a bit of a play on the other image that he did, also with the mirrors, but this one has a different composition to it. Really cool as well. Made is such a master. Made is the bomb. So this was the first year of the pandemic, 2020. Let's take a look at the second year. 21 releases, so even more than the previous year. And you can see more names that are like completely new to this competition. Slacks submitting something, Titus, Firelord of Excess, Nikola Tesla Ray by Ben Brenton, Calypso by Almighty God, Trials by Farfar, White Christmas with the masks on. That's funny. Coffee and Pretzels, really nice coffee image there, tribute. Veni Vidi Vici Abit by Sim1. Oh, very nice aliasing here. Very old school like by Rahul of Rebels. Then I have Kismet by Electric, great Commodore 64 piece. taking abuse. I think this uses the Ifly mode where it flickers and shows both more colors than you would usually have on the Commodore 64. Really good image. Mermaid by Lycan getting 7th place. That is Invasion. Quick introduction. Very good style as well on this one. More modern take on pixel graphics. Papillon, very conceptual piece as well. Very interesting. Cyberpunk 1977 by Optic getting 3rd place. Lockdown by Facet getting 2nd. Let's take a look at the details on this one. Yeah, great stuff. And then the winner, Welcome to Omega 6 by Critical. If would click. Okay. Great piece. Critical has been a lot more active, or at least it feels to me that it's been more active during the pandemic years, submitting to a lot more competitions, and his work is really cool. I really love it. And then next year, 2022, the last year that we have to show you some entries for Spinny with a very graffiti style thing. Bunny revisions are loved. The Commodore 16+4. Interesting, interesting platform. Z No Exit, Encounter, Launch Fever, Kiev, Tower of the Lick, a tribute to Castlevania. Very nice pixel graphics there. The Dance by Electric of Extend again. Slacks of Okuto Force, a lot of Commodore 64 pieces here. Space Race by Clown Boss, and it's cool that I see Clown Boss entering stuff here, because Clown Boss used to see my videos on YouTube and asking me stuff about participating on the demo scene for the first time. And then he went to Function, and he released that Function, and he submitted some stuff to Revision as well. So really cool to see Clown Boss having a piece here. Hotbed by Sulevi, Virtual Dreams, Easter Bunny, Interfere. Wow, interesting concept. Reminiscing of Dante's Underworld. Very cool concept piece as well. Wow. One Man and His Droid. Funny. Why So Serious? A tribute to the Joker film, I guess. Moments of Mild Dreaming, and this one I need to show high res. Wow, great attention to detail. And the plug, the sleeves. Some look more like straight edges. Really cool. Then Light of Struggle was the 2nd place, a more fantasy themed thing. Still very common in the demo scene that you see either fantasy theme or sci-fi or the usual. They call it, like, since the 90s there's this way to win the combos. You put the naked lady and the dragon and you usually win the combo, which I would like to say that it's no longer true anymore, but it still kind of is. Now there's this naked lady and some sci-fi theme, so it still kind of works. But look at the rendering, like at the dithering details on this. It's ridiculous. Different techniques on different parts of the image, and it's like it doesn't feel forced, like that Prowler image that we saw in 2014 or 17. It felt like it was a bit forced on different parts, like showcasing the different ways that you can do this, but this feels a lot more organic, like you have to do this kind of dithering because it makes more sense to the image on that particular spot to use that different kind of dithering technique. So really cool work. One by Critical again. So yeah, these are the old school graphics entries for Revision on these past years. I hope you're excited for this competition. I'm very much looking forward. Always has some very good high quality graphics, and I suck at making graphics, but I really love seeing them, and it's really cool compo to see at the party place. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Hope to see your entry. Let me know if you're planning to submit something on the comments below. I'm gonna keep trying to do a few more of these kind of videos. If there's any particular category that I haven't picked out yet, let me know in the comments. Don't have much time to record any more videos, so we're nearing the edge, the limit more categories that we can cover. Also, if you like the series of these videos, please consider supporting me through Patreon, patreon.com/psenough. Whatever you feel comfortable donating, €1, €5, €10, whatever you can feel. It's cool, helps me keep the channel alive and motivated to do this kind of content, not just for revision, but for parties to come in the future as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye bye everybody. Take care.